We are in chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga. In the seventh chapter, Sri Krishna has classified the bhaktas into four categories. Chaturvida bhajante mam, janaha sukridinorjuna, artho jijnasu artharthi, jnani cha bharatarshava. This is sloka number 7th chapter, 16th sloka. Chaturvida. Chaturvida means four subdivisions. Artha. Artha means one who is having sickness, disease. He prays to Bhagavan. The second is Artharthi. He wants to enjoy some bhogas, objects. He is Artharthi. Then comes Jijnasu. Jijnasu means the one who wants only Bhagavan. So he wants to know about Bhagavan. Jnatum Ichaha, Jijnasu. And then comes Jnani. Jnani is the most superior bhakta. Jnani to Atmaiva me matam. That's what he says. A jnani is equal to me. Jnani to Atmaiva me matam. So these are the four classifications he has done in chapter 7. The other classification, as far as the Vedas are concerned, it is Karma Yoga, number 1, then Upasana Yoga, number 2, and third is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is consisting of 3 subdivisions: Shravanam, Mananam, Nitidhyasanam. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. All these 3 together is called Jnana Yoga. In the case of Upasana, again in this 12th chapter, he has divided into 2. One is Ekarupa Upasana and the other is Anekarupa Upasana. That is Vishwarupa. Whatever we see, they are all Bhagavan, Bhagavan's creation. Nothing is away from me. That is Upasana. This is mental dhyana. Then comes Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga also has been divided into 2. Sakama Karma Yoga and the other is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakama means Bhagavan says you enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Please enjoy. No problem. Because all these objects are being given for your enjoyment. But he puts 2 small conditions. One condition he says is when you are enjoying all these objects in a selfish manner, consider this as a gift from Bhagavan. And the second thing is, second aspect of it, that every result of your actions are my prasadam. Consider this as my prasadam. So you need a prasada buddhi. So you are a sakama bhakta, but follow these 2 conditions. Then you graduate yourself to nishkama bhakta. So nishkama bhakta means he does not need any karma padam. Whatever action we do, we get some results, either punyam or papam, depending upon the attitude with which you do the karma. There he wants to be equal, because being the result of arpana buddhi, that every karma is offered to Bhagavan because he is making me to do this work, action, and the result is also Bhagavan's. So I have a prasada buddhi. and that is Karma Yoga. Now, so Karma Yoga has got two levels: Karma Yoga 1, Karma Yoga 2. Then comes Upasana. Karma Yoga is all the time we are projecting outside world. That means we want everything to come from outside. So outside world. Bahir Mukam, they call it. In Kathopanishad, sorry, in Mundakopanishad, he has said, Paranchikani Vetina Swayambhuhu. All our sense organs have been designed in such a way that we are able to see, we are seeing only outside. We are not seeing anything inside. So he wants us to divert our attention from external objects to inner objects. That is called mental meditation. So mental meditation is nothing but upasana. Initially, you have a Ishta Devata, Priya. Everybody has got an Ishta Devata. You pray on his behalf. And then gradually you go to Aneka Rupa, Vishwarupa, that everything is Bhagavan. So we have four levels of bhaktas now. Karma Yoga level 1, Karma Yoga level 2, Upasana Yoga Ekarupa, and then Aneka Rupa, Vishwarupa. Now we are talking about Vishwarupa Upasaka now. So Vishwarupa Upasaka and Jnani. So these are the two bhaktas Arjuna is talking about in the first sloka of the 12th chapter. So we will read the first sloka of the 12th chapter. Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha. अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्ता त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः. So he is raising one question. In the first line, evam satata yukta ye bhaktaha tvam paryupasate. The one who all the time remembers you, that is Vishwarupa Darshanam, Bhagavan. And the second line he says, Ye chapyaksharam abhyaktam, a formless God, Nirguna Bhaktan, Arupa Bhaktan. So between these two people, who is superior? He is comparing these two. That is a Vishwarupa, that is Saguna Upasaka, Brahma, Saguna Brahma Upasaka versus Nirguna Brahma Upasaka. I hope that the difference is clear. One is with attributes, like what we are all meditating or devoting our offer of devotion to Bhagavan. So we have a Rupam. See, we go to Ganapati temple, we have a Vigraha there. The Lord has got a face, the hands. Or if you go to Guruvayurappan temple, Guruvayurappan has got 4 hands and 4 instruments, and he has a Kiridam. So these are all called Saguna Swarupam. And Nirguna Swarupam means no form, absolutely no form. It is an abstract term. It is very difficult to conceive or even perceive or even describe. It is very difficult to describe these people. Arupa Bhakta. So he is, because he has heard both. So Arjuna's clarification is, which Bhakta is superior? Lord Krishna says, your question is not correctly framed. there is some flaw in the kitchen in the question. Suppose there is a two-story building. One man is in the ground floor, and the other one is on the first floor. And suppose the second floor we call it as moksham. So who is nearer to the moksham? The first floor, because he has only a few steps to climb. Whereas in the case of ground floor, he has to climb the ground floor steps and then the first floor steps to reach that moksha. So this question is also similar to that. I mean, there is no comparison here because they both are not similar. You can compare only when there are similar items. Suppose you want somebody comes to your house, you can ask him whether he want a coffee or a tea or a fruit juice. There is a comparison there. But you cannot offer him, tell them that whether you want the coffee in a glass tumbler or a davra. This cannot be compared. So davra is required for holding the coffee and then drink. So it is a step by step. That is why I said Vishwarupa Upasaka is at the level of the fourth level and Jnani is on the fifth level. Jnani has to only climb one step to reach moksha. Whereas in the case of Saguna Upasaka, he has to go through Jnana Yoga. What is Jnana Yoga? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Then only he can reach the goal. There are many people who are asking, I don't have to go through all these things. Why can't I go to directly to Bhagavan? Yes, you can, provided you have got qualification. You should be qualified to reach that sanctum sanctorium. See, if you go to a big temple like Srirangam and all that, there are about 8, 9 prakaras, and you enter in each gate to go into one level, then again in the second level. But when you go to the Moolavar, that is the Ranganath and inside Bhagavan, there's only one entry, one entrance. So similarly, for a Jnani Bhakti, a Jnani, there's only one door to enter the sanctum sanctorium. So that is only Jnanam. And for all the other things are for preparation for the Jnanam. So one has to prepare. You cannot just see if you want to go and write an examination, CA examination. A lot of effort has to be put in, a lot of study has to be made in. And in the first attempt, you may not pass. You have to put repeated attempts. I mean, more effort is required. In the bhakti also, it is the same thing. So a jnani is one who has completed all the steps and he is ready to reach the moksha. So Bhagavan says the answer to the question for Arjuna, yes. In the third sloka he says, second sloka he says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Mayyaveshya mano ye mam nityayukta upasate saddaya parayopeta teme yuktatama mataha. They are superior. Who is superior? Saguna Upasaka. Saguna Upasaka means they have Vishwarupa Upasaka. That was the chapter of 11, Vishwarupa Darshanam. He is superior. But then he says in the next line, no, he says, why again? Maya Vesha Mano Yema Nitya Yukta Upasate Saddaya Parayopeta Teme Yuktatama Mataha. This is on the second sloka. And on the third and fourth, he says, Bhagavan says, Ye Tvaksharam Anirdesyam Avyaktaha Paryupasate Sarvatra Gamachintyam Cha Kudattam Achalam Dhruvam. And fourth, Sanyamye Samyamya Endriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Te Prapnuvanti Mam Eva. So the Nirguna Bhaktas. Nirguna Bhakta means one who is meditating on the formless Bhagavan, he reaches me. That's what he said, that Jnani and myself, we are one. Jnani to Atmaiva me matam. So who is superior? He is indirectly telling that you have to go through both the steps. So you have to go through Upasana Yoga, Vishwarupa Upasana Yoga, Bhakti, and then reach the Jnana Yogi. And in the case of Jnana Yogi also, there are three levels: Shravanam, Mananam. He has completed Shravanam and Mananam, and then he will be doing Nitidhyasanam. What is Nitidhyasanam? Nitidhyasanam is a meditation on yourself, Atma. That is Atma Jnanam. And once you reach, once you have Atma, that means Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. So that Mahavakya will become very fruitful to him. So that is the Bhagavan is trying to culminately tell that you have to reach me, and that for reaching me, you have to go through Shravana Mananam, then you have to do Nitidhyasanam about myself, and then reach me. So this is the ultimate in bhakti. Now in the third sloka, he has said, what is the Swarupa of Nirguna Brahman? Nirguna Brahma means without attributes. And this is very difficult to conceive. We cannot perceive, we cannot conceive, we cannot describe. Then how are we to understand? It's like a quiz program. Perceiving is not possible, conceiving is not possible, description is not possible. But then I have to convey that there is an Atma, there is a Brahma Swarupam, Atma Swarupam. How will I convey to you? So he now says, I will not give you a direct reply, but I will give you an indirect reply. So in this case, he says, Ye, ye Paryupasate, the one who is meditating, that is Nididhyasana. He is given 8 attributes in the third sloka, 8 attributes. The first one he calls it Aksharam. Akshara means for that Brahma, there is no decay. There's no decay. How we will understand this? So if I take my body, myself as a human being, I have 6 vikaras for my body. So asti, I am there. Jayate, I am born. Vardate, I am growing. Parinimate, I am changing. Apakshiyate, I am decaying. And vinashyati, I am dying. So any human being today has to undergo these 6 vikaras. And Bhagavan is, Brahman is nirvikaram, aksharam. He has no decay. So that means if you know that you are decayable, Bhagavan is not decayable. This is how we have to understand the arupa, nirguna Brahman. Directly we cannot describe. Again he says in the next line, this thing, anirdeshyam. Anirdeshyam means you cannot describe. You cannot point out. Nirdeshya means pointing out. Suppose there are 6 people standing outside. I point out one man who has got no hair in the head. That man, you please come. Then he will come. That is pointing out. Nirdeshya. Then he says, avyaktam. This is a very beautiful word. Avyaktam. Avyaktam means that which cannot be grasped by sense organs. We have 5 sense organs: the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, the skin. This is the gateway for our.
Mama, shall I disturb you for a minute?
Yes.
ஸ்ரீதர் ரொம்ப நேரமா உங்களை காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கார். He has sent an invitation which you have to accept.
யாரு?
ஸ்ரீதர் எஸ்.
ஓகே, அவர் ஜாயின் பண்ணலையா?
பண்ண முடியலங்கிறார். நீங்க அவர் அனுப்பிச்சார் இன்வைட், நீ அக்செப்ட் பண்ணலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
அப்படியா?
சரி, நீங்க ப்ளீஸ் ப்ரொசீட். சாரி.
இல்ல எனக்கும் ஜாயின் பண்ண முடியல. அப்புறம் நான் வந்து தனியா போய் கூகுள்ல போய் தான் ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். எனக்கும் ஐ ஹேட் எ ப்ராப்ளம்.
ஓகே, ஐ ஹேவ் ஜாயின்ட் ஸ்ரீதர் நவ.
ஓகே. சாரி மாமா. அவ்யக்தம் நீங்க you are on அவ்யக்தம். Okay, thank you. I couldn't also join.
Okay. So
we happy to hear that.
Unobjectifiable.
So on avyaktam when I disturbed you.
Yeah.
Avyaktam.
Yeah. Unobjectifiable. We can only see if some object is outside, we can see with our eyes. If there is a music going on, session going on, I can hear the music through my ears. If I have a food in front of me, I can taste it with my tongue. And if there is a fragrance outside, I can smell it. And I can also touch. So these are all objectifiable. When I say avyaktam is the one who is not objectifiable. So that is Brahman, Nirguna Swarupam. So directly we cannot see, but indirectly. This is not, Nirguna Swarupam is not perceptible. Then what is perceptible? So perceptibles are not real. So we have to look from a negative angle. So he says, avyaktam. Whatever has been manifested, that we call it as avyaktam. Whatever is not manifested, it is called avyaktam. Manifested is called vyaktam. Then he says, next one, sarvatragam. Sarvatragam means it is available everywhere. Sarvatragam, pervading every object. We have 5 elements, as I told you. Akasha, space; Vayu, Agni, water, Jalam, and earth, Bhumi. Out of these 5, 4 are visible to us. We can identify them. But when it comes to space has no boundary, so you cannot identify. And space is also has come from Bhagavan only. In the case of Taittiriya Upanishad, he has said that Akasha has come from Brahman. From Akasha Vayu, Vayu Agnihi, Agni Abaha, Abha Prithvi. So this is how the elements have come into the fielding. Can anybody conceive the space? Space is everywhere, so where can we conceive? If I am here, I am not in another place. Whereas in the case of Bhagavan, he is Sarvabhyavi, Sarvatragam. Sarvatragam means he is available everywhere. Then he says there is no spatial limitation for him. That is the meaning. I mean, we all have boundaries. See, if you take away human being, there is a boundary. You can grow only up to a certain. See, after 21 years of age, growth is almost gone. Then the only growth is horizontal growth. I mean, you may put your waist may go increase or this thing, but the height and all that will remain more or less same. Sarvatragam. Then can I see it, think, uh, enjoy it through my mind, emotions? Achintya. Achintya means you cannot conceive. The mind cannot conceive. So sarvatragam, then achintya. You cannot conceive also. And there he said avyaktam. You cannot perceive. So no perception possible, no conceivable possible. From conceive only the concepts have come, ideas have come. So as long as our mind is active, we will conceive, we will have conception, we will have concepts, ideas. That's how the thing says. But in the case of Brahman, he is absolutely above all these things. You cannot conceive him, you cannot perceive him, you cannot describe him. So he says, Sarvatragam Achintyam. Then comes the beautiful word called Kudastham. Kudastham is Nirvikaram. Kutaha. Kutaha means actually, if any of you have gone to a foundry, steel foundry, he has an anvil. On the anvil, he will put the hot iron and then they will hammer it to the shape what they want to make. And the anvil will steady. Anvil will not have any change. So Kutastaha means our Atma, and that Atma, all the changes are taking place. See, once you get a phone call, that is a disturbance in your mind. That means we are getting hammered by external outside activities. A conversation, a telephone call, a telegram, whatever comes, it is a blow in our heart, and that is why it's called hammering. But in the case of Bhagavan, he is a Kurastaha. He is absolutely what you call as he has no uh, change or feelings in him. Whereas in our case, if I get a bad message from somebody, I immediately my mind gets emotional. So that is not there in the case of Bhagavan. He is a Kudastaha. That is, he is a substratum for all our activities. So whatever we see today, emotions or excitements, everything is actually a play on our substratum. Like in a cinema screen is absolutely untouched by the characters playing on the cinema. That's like a shadow. But when the picture is over, you will see the screen as it is. There will be so many things which have gone through the screen, but the screen is never get affected. So that is the Kudastaha. Then he says Achalam. That means it does not move at all from one place to another. Achalam, because Sarvatragam. When you say Sarvatragam, I am everywhere, then where will I move? In a crowded bus, when it is fully packed, you cannot move this way or that way. So only you can move when there is a space. But here it is Kudastham and Achalam. And Dhruvam, eternal. So these 8 qualities, if you dwell on this, contemplate on this, then you will be able to see the Nirguna Swarupam of Brahman. And that is what that we have to meditate. That is called a Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is Atmajnanam, self-knowledge. So if you want to get self-knowledge, you have to have a good understanding of these 8 characters, 8 qualities. Ye Tvaksharam, Ye Tu Aksharam Anuddeshyam avyaktam paryupasate, those who worship. Sarvatragam achintyam cha kudattam achalam dhruvam. Kudattam and achalam is beyond time. And Sarvatragam and achintyam is spaceless, limitless, spaceless. So that is Brahman is beyond time and beyond space. So no, it may look very difficult to understand, but over a period of time, because Bhagavan says it is difficult, he admits it is difficult, and then writing CA examination is very difficult. But for whom it is easy, the one who has prepared. So what is the preparation required? What are the eligibility to be a Nirguna Bhakta? For that he is giving three conditions. In the fourth sloka, we read now, Sanniyamyendriya Gramam, Samniyamya Indriya Gramam, Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha, Te Prapnuvanti Mameva, Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. Now, three qualifications here is Sanniyamyendriya Gramam, sense control, Indriya Nigraham, sense control, or regulation of the Indriyas, sense organs. One. Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha, equanimity, see everywhere the same, Bhagavan. Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha. And third is Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha means have compassion to all the living beings. It could be human beings, it could be animal, it could be insects, anything. Sarvatra Bhuta Hite Rataha. Now, these three qualifications, if one has, for him, the Nirguna Brahma Upasana is very easy. So if I go through one by one, the whole Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2 onward to chapter 18, if somebody asks you what is Bhagavad Gita says, control your senses. Control your senses. So once you have sense control, mind control, Shama Dhamma, we have seen in the case of Tattva Bodha, sadhana chatushtaya sambhati. Sadhana chatushtaya sambhati means we should have viveka, vairagya, shat sambhati, and mumukshutva. These are the four qualities there he has said in the case of Vedas. So Shama Dhamma, that is what he is talking about. And if you look at the Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter, he has given a sloka, I think it is 46, 48. Yogatta kuru karmani, sankam tektva dhananjaya, siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva, samatvam yoga uchyate. So how do you get samatvam now? Yogatta kuru karmani, that means do karma yoga. What is karma yoga? That means Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada buddhi. So if you have these two in all your activities, see whatever action we do, we can always say, I am now doing this action. God is asking me to do this action. I am doing the work for Bhagavan. And whatever I get from Bhagavan, I take it as prasada. I mean, it could be good, favorable, unfavorable, but whatever comes, I take it as Ishvara prasada. So there are so many slokas which is talking about this one. In the third chapter, very important sloka, This is a sloka of 3rd chapter 34. इन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ. Indriyasyaarthe. All our indriyas will go towards their respective objects. You cannot prevent it. It will go. Ragadveshau vyavastitau. And that is creating raga and dvesha. Attachment or detachment. Ragadvesha. Tayorna vashamagachet. Please do not come in the sway of that ragadvesha, because they are your enemies. Takhyasya paripantino. So this is the 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. But it is, somebody say it is not possible. Yes, it is provided. Why it is not possible? Because you're not putting any effort. Put some effort. After all, it is easy to say that all actions I am doing is towards Bhagavan. And whatever I am receiving from Bhagavan as prasada, it doesn't require any effort. It doesn't require any extra knowledge or anything. This is a common this thing. But we are not able to do that. So for that, you
Come, happy Deepavali.
Same to you. Happy Diwali, happy Rajaswali.
Yeah.
please, yeah. So he will tell on the 5th sloka why it is not possible. Today, everything is possible, but unfortunately, our priorities are different, because attending Gita class itself, you can call it as a priority. But when other obstacles are coming, so you have to weigh between the two. Which is better for me? To spend 1 hour in a satsanga is better, or spending the time outside? Because you can always say Bhagavad Gita discussions are taking place anywhere. I can listen to it, or I can see the recordings and understand. But that is not the criteria, because that 1 hour spending, it's like a austerity, tapas. So the entire Bhagavad Gita, if you look at it, he is only talking about indriya control, niyamam, regulation of our indriyas and mind. That is the most important thing he says. Yogatta Kurukarmani, that also he says, do your activities. There's no time, otherwise I could have given you the number of slokas where all these things are coming. He says further also in this sloka itself, Advaita Sarvabhutana Maitra Karunayevacha Nirmamo Nirahankaraha Sama Dukkaha Sugaha Shami. In the chapter also it comes. So that is the first aspect. Second is, he is talking about Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha. Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha. So what is the meaning of Samabuddhayaha? Another very important aspect of Bhagavad Gita is Samatva, equanimity. Everything what we see, there also he has given number of slokas from chapter 2 to chapter 18. He has given the Samatva. Samatvam yoga uchyate, he says, karma yoga. So Samatvam, equanimity and sense control are the key factors which will make you eligible for Jnana Yogyata, eligibility for studying scriptures, Mananam, whatever confusions are taking place, that can be clarified, and then enter into Nididhyasanam, that is Atma Jnanam. Then you are one with Bhagavan, Aham Brahmasmi. So these two conditions are very important. Then comes Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. Sarvabhuta Hiteratha means if you have the sense control, mind control, and the Viveka Vairagya is called discrimination and dispassion, and we will see everything as equal. There is no difference between X, Y, Z. If I see somebody, I am offering my namaskarams to him because I am not offering my namaskaram to the physical body, but I am offering the namaskarams to the inner core of that person. So that is why he says, treat everybody as Bhagavan. And that is what the chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshanam. What is Vishwarupa Darshanam? Whatever we see, everything is Bhagavan's creation. So once you see everything as Bhagavan's creation, you don't have to go after Bhagavan. You don't have to go after temple. The Bhagavan is within you. Or whatever you see, they are all Bhagavan. That is the reason why we are worshipping rivers, worshipping mountains, worshipping sun. And in our own house, we have this Dolasi plant. So we worship Dolasi because we are everything is the creation of Bhagavan. So he says, Sanyamendriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarva Bhuta Hiterathaha. So we have seen the Swarupa of Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. Now we have seen the three conditions which makes you eligible for Jnana Yoga. And then what is the benefit you get? Phalam. Te Prapnuvanti Mameva. Te Prapnuvanti. That means they attain me alone. That eva is a very, very interesting word. Te prapnuvanti mam eva. They will attain me only. Te eva apnuvanti. They only attain me. I mean, he has given the qualification about three. Te eva prapnuvanti. Te prapnuvanti eva me. That means they will attain me. That means there is no misdirection at all. Always you will attain him. Te prapnuvanti mam eva. So now we have seen the third and fourth sloka gives you the Nirguna Brahma Swarupam and a Nirguna Bhakta, what qualifications he should have and what is the result of that Upasana, Nirguna Brahma Upasana. But then Bhagavan himself says it is very easy to talk about it, but it is very difficult to implement. So he says on the fifth sloka, Kleshoti Katarastesham Avyakta Sakta Chetasam अव्यक्ता हि समिर्गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरिवाप्यते क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्ता सक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरिवाप्यते क्लेश अधिकतरं क्लेश अधिकतरं. He is comparing the Saguna Brahma Upasaka versus Nirguna Brahma Upasaka. Nirguna Brahma Upasaka is very difficult compared to Saguna Upasaka. Saguna Upasaka, because it's a glossy subject, because we are able to perceive something outside. Whereas here there is no perception possible. No perception, no conception, no description. So this Nirguna Swarupa Upasana is very difficult. And again he says, Klesha Adhikatarastvam Avyaktam Avyakta Sakta Chetasa. Because it is avyakta. But if I have a committed mind with the above three qualifications as we have seen earlier, then it is become easier for me. Even in the 9th chapter, 2nd sloka, because we say it is difficult. But there he says in the 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Yamuttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Sudugam Kartumavyayam. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam, that is the Atmajnanam, Pavitramikam Uttamam, most purifying knowledge, Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Susukham. Susugam means it is very easy to attain. So that means the preparation is required. Suppose there is a fifth standard student, very brilliant. He has been class first in all the five classes. Suddenly the teacher says, I will promote you to seventh standard, double promotion. It was there before. But when he goes and sits in the seventh standard, he will find it difficult because he has to follow the steps. Step by step, he has to follow. From fifth, he go to sixth, and if you go directly to seventh, he will probably come down on the level. His distinction will come down. So similarly here, something is difficult because preparation is not complete. Now we have 5 koshas: Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, and Anandamaya kosha. We are in Annamaya kosha, food sheaths, gross, body. And this is the major obstacle for all of us to reach the Jnana Yoga status. That's what he says. Dehavatbhiravapyate. Dehavatbhiravapyate. Okay, we have a abhimanam only on our body, gross body. Now, if you think of the body, physical body, how much time we are spending, the whole of our life, say from birth till, I will say, death, we spend only time on body. We want good dress, we want good bed, good food, we want to travel, we want to enjoy. But at the time, we also see sufferings. The near kith and kin dies, calamity comes in, security is a problem, financial is a problem, social problem, because you are not taken. Some people take you inside, some people don't take you. So that means, and then diseases, and diseases also various kinds. Every part of the body started decaying over a period of time. In spite of all that, we are not realizing that we should get out of this body. Unfortunately, that is not possible because we have such an attachment with the body that withdrawing the body from our physical body and slightly going up on the mind or pranamaya kosha or manomaya kosha, that is a difficult task. And that is the major problem for our obstacle for our Atmajnana. Nobody can say, I will not become sick. Everybody is sick. And again, what happens is we are kudastaha. Kuda means we are acting. When I am aged, I need a support, a stick required, or somebody to hold me while walking. But because our pride is such, I don't want to show that I'm old. Because taking a stick and walking, people will think, oh, he is old. But I don't want to listen to that one. So I walk without the stick. Then what happens? I fall down. And once you fall down, after the age of 80, 85, our bones are like very stiff. It will not bend. It is not flexible. And that is why you need these supports. But we are living for others. Because what others will talk of me, what others will think about me, forget about it. Okay, your objective is not to look after the body. Body abhimanam has to go. Mano buddhi agankara chittani nagam. That's what he says in the Shatkam. So that means from Annamaya Kosha to Manomaya Kosha shifting is what is called Atmikam. People think, what is meant by Atmikam. Atmikam is nothing but shifting your focus from or withdrawing your Abhimana from Annamaya Kosha to Pranamaya Kosha to Manomaya Kosha till you reach the Anandamaya Kosha, because they are all subtler. Subtler. Subtler is very, very difficult to conceive. See, for example, if it is steam, water is there, we can understand. Ice is there, solid, we can see. But when it comes to steam, it's a vapor. We will not be able to visualize. And it spreads more. That is why it is subtle. So we have to sharpen our instruments. Sharpen our instruments is the instruments have to become very sensitive. Sensitive towards what, Bhagavan? My only aim or goal is to reach Bhagavan. But with this body, Abhimana, it is 100% not possible. That's what he says in Gita, throughout the Gita. Because we have attachment, we have ragadvesha, we have no viveka, we have no vairagya. If you talk about your tongue, the food is meant for keeping the body fit, energetic, because the body does not belong to you, it is belong to Bhagavan. So you are only a trustee. So to look after that body, you have to eat something. But then it doesn't require a taste. But we want taste because we have converted our instruments into our slave, into our identified with that instrument. So if you have to dissociate from your instruments, why we are eating food? Only to maintain this body. The body is given by Bhagavan. So we are trustees. So as a trustee, so taste should be immaterial, especially when we are in the Vanaprastha ashrama, where we are here, 60 years and above. And then slowly this Vairagya will come. And that is the reason, that is a stage where we can go for renunciation of everything, sannyasa. Because there are a lot of people, sannyasis in the Himalayas, they survive on either water or leaves or some eating some fruits and plants, and they are not worried about the body. So that is the situation required. So he said the level of bhakti, Nirguna bhakti, is the only superior one who is equivalent to God. Jnanichu me matam, Atmaiva me matam. So that is what he says in the 3, 4, 5, 3 shlokas. So these 3 shlokas, it is difficult to understand. It is difficult to conceive. See, if we can understand, then I can enjoy. That is not the case here. Brahman, because you are Brahman. So why do you want to go and see, for example, you have got an eye now, eyes. With the eyes, you can see everything outside. But can you see your eyes? You need a mirror. That mirror is the Jnanam. That is the Shastras. So we should slowly detach ourselves and start withdrawing from, please do not live for others. Please live for yourself. So bhakti can take you up to the door through which you can go to inner sanctorium. But again, from there, that is Nididhyasanam. And after Nididhyasanam, you can enter that Bhagavan's chamber because you are Bhagavan. So there is no difference between you and Bhagavan. So bhakti or devotion is only an abstract subject which cannot be quantified, which cannot be described. which cannot be seen. It is an abstract term. Like, our when I say sugar is sweet, can you describe sugar? No, sweet. What is somebody say what is sweet? So he will put a sweet in your mouth. That is, you can enjoy, but others you will not be able to explain what is sweet. I put two sweets, one rasgulla and one laddu. The shapes may be different. Nama Rupa, because we are all concerned with Nama Rupa. We are not looking at the basic material. That basic material is Brahman. So we are all made up of Brahman. That is the Upadana Karana and the Nimitta Karana. So we have to go to the fundamental. That is what is Bhakti, final Bhakti. And so this is the highest level of Bhakti. Then we will, if this is not possible, what is the alternative? Because everybody will not be able to have that sensitive intelligence or sharp intellect, or he will not have Viveka. Then Bhagavan says, I am willing to come down. So he has 4 steps described below. That is, this is 5th level. He will describe 4th level. Even that is not possible, he will go to 3rd level. That is not possible, he will go to 2nd level. That is not possible, he will go to 1st level. If that is not possible, he will not say go to hell, but that is the meaning of that one. So this is how this chapter is developed. And next week, Thursday, the class will be on Thursday. Our Natarajan will take up the steps 2, 3 and 4. That is Slokas number 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is the next week session. Om Purnamata Purnamitam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataye Purnameva Vashishyase Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Namaskaram, Mama. Thank you.